I've been having end times dreams and visions for over 7 years now, and I wanted to share a synopsis of all of them. First, there's an economic collapse. Then, there is rioting in the streets, racial tension, civil unrest. People will be hurting each other. When the economic collapse happens, there will be chaos. The dollar become worth very little. That we were basically more like in a Great Depression, like worse than the Great Depression. And then racial tension escalated and civil unrest happened to the point where we had to have martial law, and the Chinese and the Russian military came to the streets and started enforcing all these rules. People being taken from their homes and killed or taken to jail or facilities for not listening to the rules. And I did not know what those rules would be. Then later I had more dreams and visions that forced vaccinations would be the norm, that everybody would have to be vaccinated. And some people would not want to, and they would be taken away or killed for that. And I saw that after the forced vaccinations, after the civil unrest, after the economic collapse, after all that started, then we had a plague, a really bad plague. Not like a COVID thing, but it was called the bubonic plague, is what I heard. Or the black plague. I heard that as well. People were all dying, huge amounts of people were dying from this plague. And people were being forced vaccinated alongside this plague at the same time. They were just rounding everybody up and saying, hey, there's a really bad plague, you have to get vaccinated. And most people, of course, took the vaccine because, they had to. I mean, they would be killed if not. And also they didn't want to get the plague too. So, or they would be in jail or whatever if not. And so people were scared, so they took it. And then after that, there was World War III. And I saw that we would have bombs going off in our country. Okay, so it was the Russians, the Chinese, the Japanese, and the Koreans. They all united together against us. After the World War III bombs started and that whole thing, then we had tsunamis. Both coasts had tsunamis, and also something in the middle of the country. Crazy disasters were happening. And then after that, everybody's separated from each other. And women and men are separated from each other, families separated from each other, children separated from families. They used the plague as the excuse. Schools were used as hospitals. And people were all dying in the schools, and they had different rooms set up for people who were dying from the plague and people who hadn't gotten it yet or whatever. They were all separated. And then after all that, or during that time, there were people that were acting like they were Jesus. They were walking the earth and doing miracles, healing the sick. And they had this powerful love vibration coming off of them. There was a couple different guys I saw, but one in particular I kept seeing this very loving, heartfelt, powerful energy that came off of them. So powerful that you would never know they were evil. There's no way to know because it feels like love. And they were healing people, and they were teaching love, and they were teaching acceptance, and they were teaching forgiveness, and they were teaching meditation. And it was like a one world religion. And I know now that it will be part of the Catholic religion will be part of this, will start this, or be part of it. But I saw just this huge groups of people. Again, everybody's segregated. Women and men are separated, and the women are just I'm in this tent with all these women, and they're worshiping this guy, practically this guru guy who's doing all his healings, and he's giving a talk, a sermon on love, and everyone's just oh, they're mesmerized by him, oh, he's so right. Thank you for helping us. Thank you. In my dreams and visions, everybody is so distraught from losing everything and being starving and scared. They need comfort so desperately that they're willing to take this fake guru, this fake Christ-like person for their comfort. And people all over are doing this. And I can see that this person is demonic, but no one else can see it. And I'm begging my friends, listen to me. This is a demonic person. It will lead you to hell. This is not a real Christ-like being. And in one dream in particular, I remember my friends saying to me, Valerie, we want to thank you for caring for us and trying to wake us up, but we just want to let you know that we don't want to be woken up. We're too scared. We want to believe that this guy is good so that we don't have to be scared of dying or being tortured or whatever, or starving to death or being left or abandoned. We're so scared that we just want to believe whatever we can to feel comforted. So please don't bother trying to wake us up because we won't. And they told me that in the dream. And then they went back into their weird superficial state of mind right after that, where they didn't even know the truth, that they didn't even realize they didn't want the truth. But for a moment they told me the truth, which is we don't want the truth. It was so strange. And God is telling me that whether Jesus comes back today or tomorrow or in a year or two, it doesn't matter. You have to behave as if Christ is coming tonight. That's how I want you to behave. If you love me and you want to serve me, that is what you're going to do. You're going to behave as if Christ is coming right now. Get on your knees. Pray for others. Do what I say. Get close to me. Stop looking for fulfillment from anyone or anything else. Time is up. No more time. Focus on me. That's what God is telling me.